Dancepreneur TV. In this episode I have the honour and pleasure to be with Simon here, who is the owner of UDO. Hello Simon.
Hello John, how are you?
I'm good, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this interview today.
Oh no, it's my pleasure.
Now I'm sure you've heard of UDO. Do you want to explain, Simon, what exactly is UDO for those which haven't heard?
Alright, for you guys that haven't, UDO stands for United Dance Organisation. We're now Europe's largest street dance organisation. We basically run street dance competitions, both here in the UK, Europe and now globally as well. It's like 16 regional competitions that we run here in the UK. Now we've got a lot of European countries now also running qualifiers for our Europeans and Worlds. And now we're actually moved out globally, so we're in like Canada now, Africa now,
wow.
And just recently, I've literally, that's why I'm nice and brown, just come back from
Abu Dhabi. Sunglasses.
Yeah, the sunglasses there.
Yeah.
Just come back from Abu Dhabi, where we've just signed a license.
That's amazing, in the Middle East.
Yeah, it was great.
So tell us about Middle East. I mean, like, because is dance that big over there?
Do you know what? It's surprising. From speaking to our license partner over there, and he was saying that at the moment it's very underground over there. Obviously they're watching the films that we're watching now over in the Western world, so when I was there, Step 2 was on, and Street Dance, the movies even out there. What he said was it's a little bit underground, and basically what he's looking to do is similar to what I did, which is create the platform for these guys to come up and showcase their talents. And he's very confident, you know, certainly in countries like Israel, and they've obviously got all the shows such as like they've got Arabs Got Talent, like we've got Britain's Got Talent, and street dance crews and dancers are coming out in that.
So they have all of those shows
yeah,
over there.
oh
so
yeah,
yeah.
And so you think you can dance and shit, there's quite a big show over there. You know, so yeah, the talent is there.
Yes.
He basically now wants to create the platform so that they can come out and start competing and having the chance to come over to our worlds.
Wow, amazing. That's great. Really, really great. And obviously it's an opportunity for you to take some of our world to their world.
Absolutely. We're already, I mean, forward thinking. I know this guy, he's very, very keen to actually have the World Championships come to the Middle East. He would, he's already said that 3-4 years down the line, he wants the World Championships coming to the Middle East. Dubai and Abu Dhabi are amazing cities, and yeah, I can see it. I can see it happening. 3 or 4 years down the road, I could actually see worlds going.
Wow, amazing, really good. So Simon, we've heard a bit about the UDO, we kind of know what that's about. So moving the fantastic brand out the way, let's get to you, Simon.
Okay.
You're the creator of UDO. Tell us about, tell us first of all about your lifestyle now, like how much hours do you put into this company, and how you first started. Like, why did you start doing competition events?
Okay. Going back quite a few years ago, I've always been involved in dance more on the promotion side of things, and not necessarily always was in street dance. Okay. Started really, my love for dance is, I'm not a dancer myself, but my wife is a dancer, my nephew's a very good dancer, my stepson's actually a great dancer as well. So I'm not necessarily a dancer, but I've always been very, very interested in dance, and I've always put, going back 10-15 years, we put shows on, and then we moved into dance schools. We used to have, we still have dance schools. We have 3 dance schools, which are now franchised out.
Okay, good.
So in terms of the hours of work, just over the years, we've obviously, I personally have been involved in dance, like I said, and it is hard work. There's no two ways about it, whether you're running a dance school, whether you're putting on a show, dance is hard work. So anybody that's involved in it, I take my hat off to them.
Staff announcement, can the cleaner please report to reception, please? Thank you.
Okay guys, that was a tannoy because we're in a leisure centre right now. Your UDO dance is happening as we speak.
As we speak, my apologies for that. But yeah, I mean, obviously I do take my hat off because dance, whether you're a teacher, whether you own your own dance school, it's hard work, it's a lot of hours. Me personally, UDO was formulated in 2002 simply because the dance schools that I owned at the time wanted to get into street dance, and we were from the north, and there wasn't very many street dance competitions. So myself and a few of my friends who owned dance schools at the time, we had some inter dance school competitions, and do you know what? That's how UDO grew. you know, just started with a few dance schools, and then more dance schools got to hear about it, and more dance schools got to hear about it, and here we are today with, you know, an association that's over 40,000 members, and quite a big concern. You know, the office, we have 4 full-time staff, PR team, so yeah, I mean, in terms of man hours, 60, 70 hours a week.
Wow. And did you visualise, when you first started doing UDO, did you visualise it would be as big as what it is today?
No, no. If I'm being absolutely honest with you, no. I knew if we did it right, it could be a good business.
Yeah.
But never to the scale it is today. So, no way. Not to the global size it is today. No.
Wow. So, I mean, have you always had like a burning desire in you, Simon, to say, right, I'm going to work for myself, I'm going to, you know, become what we would call a dancepreneur? Have you always had this desire to, I mean, what possesses you to want to do this?
I think from an early age, I hear stories, my mum used to say that, you know, I was one of these children that used to put on make-up Olympic events outside. I'd get all my friends, and you know, so even from an early age, I think organising things and organising events was something. Well, organising events, but you know, as a child, you know, I used to put things together. And I suppose that to answer your question is that yeah, I think I've always wanted to work for myself. I've never liked the idea of working for somebody. It's not that I can't take criticism or I can't take being told what to do. I just think that in life, if you work hard, you should be rewarded for how hard you work. I've always had that philosophy, I think, and even within my own organisation, that's the philosophy I breed. You know, we all have our projects, so yes, our staff may be salaried, but there's certainly massive incentives there, and each person has their own project to grow that project, and to take that project and mould that project to something that they can feel that they've had the success of growing that event.
Well, it's interesting in using this word growing, right? Because obviously when you have your own business, you're growing the project. But do you also feel that that growth is also within you? Like you also grow like, as a person? Like, what have you learned about yourself then in this journey?
A lot.
Yeah.
A hell of a lot. You know, sometimes my staff will be the first to tell you, I'm a worrier.
Yeah.
All right? And the reason why I worry is because I put myself in the people that come to my event. I put myself in their shoes,
yeah.
Okay? And I know that when I walk into that event, I know what I would want, and I worry because I want to make sure that I give them that.
Yes.
You know, not just put on an event, take their money. No, I'm a big believer that I want to come to an event. I want to be entertained. I want to be looked after. I want to make sure I get a good seat. I want to get a good view. So all of that is I am a worrier. And the staff probably say I worry a little bit too much, but I think that's good.
Yeah.
Other things, well, you know, I've never been lazy, so this business has certainly shown me just how hard you've got to work.
Yeah.
There's no getting away from it. Anybody that wants to go into business, I would seriously recommend that, you know, they need to sit down and say, okay, it does take a lot of self-discipline. You know, you can't be 9 to 5 mentality. You've got to understand that your job doesn't start at 9 and finish at 5.
What would you say to those which maybe are doing the 9 to 5 and have that 9 to 5 mentality but want to work for themselves, but they still haven't made the step to work for themselves? Like, what kind of, do you think they need to go through some kind of shift in their mentality in order to take it on, or? Yeah,
you know, you've got to be self-disciplined. Yeah. Bear in mind now you haven't got somebody waking, you know, an alarm bell going off in the morning,
yeah.
And there's a need to get there because you've got a boss that says if you're not there now, guess what, you're not getting paid. But reality is, you're working for yourself. You've got to earn the money, you know. And ultimately, you know, if you can't have that self-discipline and let that self-discipline go, then I'm sorry, you're not going to make a successful business.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that, you know.
What challenges have you had to overcome?
Many, you know. Obviously, you're learning all the time. At events, there's a challenge at every single event that we do, whether that's, you know, going to a new venue and there's obstacles put in our way. We've got to work with a new venue.
Yeah.
Challenges in as much, especially when now we're going abroad, you know, because cultural things, you know, for instance, like I say, Abu Dhabi, there's a huge cultural issue, you know, so them are the challenges that we are faced with. As much as we would love to think the model that we use here can be adapted and worked in every single country, that is not the case. You know, there's language barriers, etc., but also on a cultural level, you know, it's not always going to be as plain sailing as we would love it to be.
Yeah. You know, I would love some, because obviously to get to where your business is today, you've obviously had to have help. Yeah. What advice do you give around help and asking for help or creating teamwork? I don't think you should ever be afraid to ask for help or advice. You know, I'm a big believer that every life is a learning curve. Yes. And there are people out there who have done this, and if you can learn from them and at the end of the day, learn from their misfortunes. Exactly. You know, ultimately it's a shortcut. Yes. Clearly, you know, I've got a great team around me. I say that on camera. The team, I've known them through, you know, they're friends as well. Right. People say never mix friends with business, but I believe as long as you make it quite clear to them that it is a business and that their jobs are reliant on the success of this business, I think it can work. Family, got a phenomenally supportive wife, you know, I mean, the hours that I put in, she's had to be very supportive, obviously, as well. So yeah, the team, it is a team. Yeah. We learn massively all the time. You know, every event that we go to, like I said, I'm always looking to improve and learn. Yes. And so where do you see the dance industry, as an industry, going? Right now, our dance style, I think, is certainly, it's funny, when we first launched the UDO, I spoke to quite a number of friends and business people, and they said, you're in a bubble, and this bubble is only going to last 3 or 4 years, and it's going to pop, you know, the fad, it's a fad. But obviously, dance, who would have said 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that we would have dance shows on television, alright? Mainstream television, alright? And let's be honest with you, street dance has led the way in those shows. You know, from George's success, from Britain's Got Talent, and then Diversity's success, flawless success. And now we've got, obviously, Got to Dance, we've got Ashley judging on that, and we've got here today, we've got 3 crews that will be performing in the live semi-finals. So, you know, while there are those shows showcasing street dance and dance, then I think dance is a great place. Great. So for all of those budding dancepreneurs out there, or looking to start a business, or maybe they already have a business now they're looking to develop into other arenas within the industry, like what advice would you give them, like, you know, to become successful? My advice is sometimes have a look at yourself and have a look at your business and look at other areas that you can develop into. You know, the UDO, as even as an organisation, we're always looking at the next project. You know, and for instance, we've got the street dance syllabus now. That's a new project for us. So it's not just we've moved kind of way. We've got the events. And now we've got the street dance syllabus. So for people that have got their own business, you know, dance schools, start looking at how you can grow your school. Does it have to be one dance school? Could it be I move to another dance school? Could it be that I train the next up and coming dancer within my school to learn how to manage my school? Because that's important. You know, you've got, at some point in your life, you've got to grow. You've got to be able to put that trust in people. You know, and develop. I mean, with my dance schools that I had, I ended up with 5. You know, you can't run 5 dance schools as one person. As one person. No, not a chance. So you've got to be able to train those people, put them in management positions, and let them become their own bosses. So, I mean, how do you organise everything in the summer? You've got your competitions, you've got your syllabus things. How does this all organise? I mean, you've got your team of 4 staff, but is there like a system, like a yearly calendar, which you... Yeah, there's a yearly calendar to the events. Obviously, they're set in stone, the areas that we run events, and obviously the big championships, such as Worlds, Europeans and British, they're all set in stone. In terms of the other projects, how do we manage them? Like I said, we've got a team of 4, and everyone has their own project, and we look after that project.
but basically within the whole of the UDO, that we all, as a, you know, I keep coming back to that word team. We are a team,
yeah.
and we all pull together. Each of the girls and boys have got their own, the guys have got their own projects, but ultimately they know that when it comes to an event, we all pull together. So we're all here.
So you're all here today?
Absolutely, yeah. 100%,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
every member of staff is here
yeah.
at the event.
Okay, great. So for those that want to learn more about the UDO and what you offer, your services and your products, where do they go?
Obviously the website,
which is
udostreetdance.com.
Brilliant.
Right, that gives you all the information there to anybody, dance teacher that wants to move into street dance and wants to become a qualified street dance teacher through the syllabus. All the information's on there. You know, we've got the National Schools Project, which is for educational schools as well. That's a fantastic project. That really, really is.
Yeah.
But everything that you want to know about the UDO will be on that website.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing your insights, Simon. It's been a pleasure talking with you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much, Simon.
No problem.
Cheers. Bye.